Hey, welcome to today's episode of Weekend Garden Update. I am your host and gardener, Damage the Ott, and man, y'all are up for a treat this week. I did so much this week. I released a ladybug army. I did some landscaping. I put some new plants in the ground. We got some new growth. So yeah, all this coming up. Enjoy. Good morning. Howdy, howdy. This is week 2 of the Weekend Garden Update, and we are on Sunday, June 1st. Happy Pride, everybody. And we're going to go through and do a little progress report on where we're at on the plants. On the by the porch, we have some Blue Lake beans. I want to see what we're doing here. Hi, babe. Excuse me. Hi, excuse me. Can I get to the beans? Can I get to the beans? Thank you. All right. This guy doesn't want to latch onto this pole. I need to find him a different home. So we'll figure something out with him. Okay. He needs to latch onto something. Let's see. All right. These guys are going through rehab. That's why he looks like a thin dick. Okay, so let me explain what's going on here and here. They're infested, or were. I'm assuming they were. So I looked up what I could do on how to treat an infested cabbage type plant, because collard greens, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, leafy greens like that, they're all kind of in the same family. And they tend to get the same kind of infestation. What I did is I took a little spray bottle that I had inside, and I put just a tiny little bit of just blue basic ass dish soap, right? Sprayed the plants, let it sit for a little bit. After I did that after I took off all the leaves that were damaged, that was really putting stress on those plants. And when I sprayed them, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then I took this little sprayer here, right there, my 3.5 sprayer, and just hosed it down, got all that soap off, and we'll see what happens from this point on. I am going to get a package of ladybugs and throw into the soil, because ladybugs help with situations like that. Did you know? Now you do. These are my latte petunias. She's expanding really well. I think I'm gonna end up moving her into this guy over here. Yeah, I'm gonna move her into that. I think it's a much prettier plant. She deserves something nicer. What else do we got going on here? This is gonna be our rosemary plant. Not rosemary. I'm sorry, lavender. And there's 2 different kinds. There's Munstead and English tall. They're just kind of chilling, just letting them do its thing, whatever. That's asparagus. Asparagus takes like 3 years to even produce, so I'm just letting it do its thing. I may even end up moving it over to a garden bed. This is the squash. You've seen some pictures from last week's garden update, but look at these babies. They are doing so well. Look at them. Yeah, man. The cucumbers, I got it about a hook now, so it has some elevation. So I'm working on making sure it has a place to grow from, because right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vines going on from this pot. Tomatoes, no tomatoes yet. This is a beefsteak tomato plant, so when it does start producing tomatoes, it's going to be very, very big tomatoes. Strawberries, getting a lot of little strawberry flowers. All right, mango tree, squash and zucchini. Got mint, rue, 2 kinds of basil. Eggplant, looks like the eggplant is producing some new leaves. Look at that. And the chamomile that was in the watering can is now has a home here as well. I got some hummingbird juice in the hummingbird feeder. We got aloe, blueberries, jalapenos, all in this bed. I'm going to be putting some white talc rock here. We'll be clearing up weeds in this area, in that area, and around here. So I'll say, yeah, we got a good start last week. So that's the progress report, and I will be back with our first project. So, gonna do some water. Yeah. Gonna rinse these guys off. Give them another soap treatment. Probably gonna be the last one I do. I don't want to kill them with soap, you know. Kind of defeats the purpose. This thing's cool though. I love it. Gotta combat that Texas sun, man. Every Sunday, they get one of these. Every Sunday. Can number 2. Okay, so we got these rinsed off. Now it's time for their good watering. I gave them their quarterly plant food last week, so I won't have to worry about that until like August. Ginger, petunias. I love these flowers. They're so pretty. I need more flowers in my yard. All right, you keep doing your thing. I don't want to overwater you. They've grown. Look at them. Just from last week. Look at that. Look at birds. Guys, check it out. Look at these little guys. I got some eggplant. Look at him. Heck yeah, man. There wasn't one yesterday and there's one today. You just never know what's gonna happen overnight. Howdy. Good morning. We've reached Monday. Not a lot of changes in the backyard, but there's a couple things. I showed you the eggplant from yesterday, so there's that. Here's the garden bed. I don't think watermelons popped through yet. Let's see. Nothing new. Good here. There's that eggplant that I showed yesterday, so we're doing good there. The other new growth that we had here was the new russets that we have. Spring onions are still there, so those are doing okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at the Brussels sprouts and the collards. See that is what we're looking for right there. That is what we're looking for. These little fuckers. Go ahead and stop by the garden store today. I'm gonna take you with me, and we are gonna pick up a package of ladybugs, and we're gonna release them into both the collard greens and the ladybug, or the Brussels sprouts. And the ladybugs will actually help deter these kind of pests. That's what they do. That's their job. Ladybugs are good bugs. We love the ladybugs. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and release some ladybugs into the garden today, and pretty much all the area. We are in Garden World, a magical wonderland. So over here is where vegetation is, like the herbs and veggies and stuff like that. So let's see what we got. Let's see. Got basil licorice. I want to get Thai basil. There's space. If they have Thai basil, I would love to get some of that. Is there anything on the other side? Basil licorice. Cinnamon basil. You know, basil holy. Got some yellow pear tomatoes. Okay. Right now I only have one type of tomato plant. Should I get another? I don't know. But I was able to find some Thai basil. Hell yes, I got two of them. So I got one of the cinnamon basil, two Thai basil. I also picked up some cilantro. All right, I made some purchases, and we'll take a look at them when I get home. See you in a minute. Well, howdy. We took our little trip to the garden center, went to Garden World, and I got what I needed. I got the package of ladybugs that I need to get. So this is the package of ladybugs. They are live little guys in here. This is the what they do. So ladybugs eat aphids, spider mites, white fly scale, thrips, mealybugs, leaf hoppers, bollworms, tomato fruit worms, and many other soft-bodied insect pests without harming your plants. Care and storage. Take great care not to crush, freeze, or overheat this bag with live ladybugs. Ladybugs can be stored in the refrigerator above freezing for up to 3 to 4 weeks. The release directions: release ladybugs during the evening hours after sprinkling the affected areas with water. This will allow the ladybugs to settle in your garden and provide moisture for them to drink. It says release in the evening hours. It's 6 p.m. So we're gonna go ahead and release, I guess, a quarter of this. It's like, I feel like I'm sprinkling seasoning. It's weird. It's an army of ladybugs, man. Along with the package of ladybugs, I also got some flowers. You did see some of the basil plants that I did get. I got some of that beautiful Thai basil that I told you last week that I was gonna have Thai basil, and this week I have Thai basil. I also got some cinnamon basil. I've never had this variety of basil, so now I have 4 varieties of basil. I am gonna put a marigold over here and some marigolds over here to help protect my babies in the garden bed. And I got some cilantro over here as well that I'm putting next to that. I got some star clusters. So these red ones are Egyptian star clusters, and I also got some marigolds over here as well next to the aloe vera. And I got a white star cluster. These are just really pretty. I really like these. And I got a magenta star cluster over here. Boom. And I have 2 cinder blocks. There's one where the phone is sitting on, and this one. And the Egyptian star clusters are going to go on these. So that's what I'm doing here. Just going to pull these out. Just set them in here and water them. That's all I'm going to do. Because it's really good potting soil. That's in these cinder blocks. Okay. All right. Onto the bed. Hello. Welcome to the bed. We're gonna put some plants in the ground. All right, mission accomplished, guys. So we got those in the ground now, right? And what I want to do now is take this bag of mulch, and I'm gonna put some mulch around the bases. A little bit of this, just like that. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Howdy, good morning. Tuesday. Not a lot happens on Tuesday. Probably do a light watering on the plants. Not watering, but a misting. keep the leaves hydrated from the sun. We got some cloud coverage, so it shouldn't be too terrible today. And yesterday we took a little trip to Garden World, got some more basil, cilantro, star clusters, and I got those ladybugs that I said I was going to get. Let's take a look at those and see how they're doing. Yeah, they're just chilling. Base chilling. Nice. See, is there anything going on in here? Nothing's lingering, right? We gotta watch for caterpillars. I gotta watch for. No, good here. But yeah, they just been patrolling. Little Brussels, so cute. So we're trying to heal it up. Oh yeah, we also got a wind spinner as well. Got that guy. A little added decoration to. But on Thursday we're gonna do a big project. We talked about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that this weekend. Here we're gonna go ahead and pull up all the weeds and around this area, because here we're gonna make that path, because that goes over to the fire pit over here, so it all connects. And then where Garnet is standing is where the next raised garden bed's gonna go, and that is actually where I'm gonna end up transplanting the Brussels and the collard green, because this is going to be a leafy bed. So yeah, that's what I want. That's the plan for Thursday. Well, something sucks. My little hose attachment no longer works. I charged it, right? And when I came home, the charger cord had melted. So I have one coming in on Thursday. It's just the hose, not the whole setup or anything like that. The hose will actually fit the tank that I currently have, but it's also one that you can just stick in one of those 5-gallon buckets, or just any bucket, it doesn't matter. And so I can fill a bucket and bring it out and just set it down and spray it. So hell yeah. And it'll come with a couple extra attachments that I'll just throw in the drawer. But hello, good evening. It is Wednesday night, and I am not gardening tonight. I am doing some art. I am going to be doing river rock painting. I am doing the 5 subscribers that I currently have. The current people that I have subscribed are Orange Onion, TD Man 190, Amy the Baby Otter, Spirited Owu, and Tora Hikon. Alrighty, I got them all done, and I'm really happy with them. So here they are. Good morning. It's Thursday, so I have something in my hand. This is that hydrangea plant. It's kind of dried out a little bit, but the roots are still good. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and, hi Garnet, and chop off these to the base, all the way to the soil, and I'm gonna move them over there to the garden bed. And just put them in the garden bed in the corner and see if they'll do anything. All right, I've cut this down to the base, and I think I'm gonna put her right here. And just see what happens. Because I mean, the roots are fine. They're not black. We got to plant for the strawberries. So here's my strawberries. They were hanging over on the other side of this. We're gonna put them in this planter. I actually had 5 strawberry plants in that pot. So yeah, they're really crammed, so they definitely need to be moved. But check it out. So the extra one I put in this where the hydrangeas were, and I got 4 of them right here. So I have a thing of water going, so I'm about to water them down. We're gonna go ahead and start clearing up these weeds in this area. I'm gonna try to get this done today. It should take a couple hours, but I'll show you the result. All right, I got a lot more done in this area, and I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming out. And while I was working over here, I was starting to get a vision. I was starting to see things kind of like come to light, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take you on a little journey of what I'm starting to see. There's a sign here, right? There's no place like home. All right, that's where the yellow brick road's gonna start. Boom. I'm gonna put the sign right there. So it'll be like a little entrance sign for the yellow brick road. Makes sense, right? Cool. And we're gonna go this way. This is going to get dug up a little bit, probably the thickness of a brick. And I'm gonna do a combination of yellow brick road, and then on the edge, fire engine red brick as a little Easter egg for the red brick that's in the Wizard of Oz. Just a little thing, you know, for me. Not this like color red, actually painted red. Then here this way will be this path going this way, which will be P-Rock, and it'll go around like that and connect to where Geneva's at. Now from here to here, that brick I'm gonna take out. I don't know what I want to do with it yet, but I'll figure it out. Like I said, this area over here is going to be the pepper, like a pepper station. So I'm gonna be taking these and getting a little like raised bed for over here. Something similar to that, but it's going to be small and it's going to fit here. And then this is going to go into that. So I want to take, because this tomato plant went from this here to this, I need to now move this to there. And the intention for this area was for leafy greens only. So I'm actually going to put the tomatoes here. Okay, the tomatoes are going to go here. I'm going to use this front fence as a trellis, but I'm also going to install like a half trellis here, so it'll be kind of cornered. And then the rest of it will be like cabbage and chard, and I'm gonna move the Brussels sprouts and the collard greens over here as well. And then that should really help them. But I'm not moving those two until they are done going through rehab. So after next week, I will go ahead. Well, actually, next week when I'm ready to give them their second round of ladybugs, I'll do it over here, and then the ladybugs can just be in this bed and already start protecting the leafy greens, because that's the intention of why I have them anyway, and that's really why they're good for the garden. They protect your leafy greens. So I'm going to do that. Now, back to this. So here, this will kind of branch off as a path here as well, right? This will just be pea rock as well, or whatever, maybe some river rock, and I'll probably put some planters or something. But the trellis will be right there, and I could probably put something there. I don't know, but there'll be tomatoes there. This will be path here, but in this area, right here, I'm thinking about putting a like a patio reading area here, like a porch area, laying down some squares, like just square tile, and making like this like bistro sitting area, just a very small table, maybe 2 chairs, nothing special, but kind of something hidden over in the corner, you know, as opposed to over by the fire pit or over by my main patio area. Just something separate over here in the corner. And then right there will be a raised, even higher than these raised beds, built with cinder blocks, double and single. So it'll be like Minecraft in my backyard essentially. And I'm gonna build it high, not too high, probably like, I would say no more than 3, but probably just 2 will be enough, honestly. And it'll be just like a raised landscaped area. And I'm thinking about putting bird bath right there. I got a package from Amazon, so I'm guessing it's my hose. So let's take a look. I've already pre-cut it, so I don't have to deal with that on camera. So let's take a look. Let's see. Electric spray gun, yep. This is it. Let's see. Alright, so those are the nozzle accessory heads, and success. Yay! We got a sprayer again. Yeah, I don't need the screw part. Good morning, and happy Friday, and happy Friday. I'm actually off today. I'm never off on Fridays, so I'm gonna do some gardening. I discovered something this morning, and we got to do a little bit of a transplant. So Mr. Blueberry, little Blueberry, is rejecting the spot. Homeboy's fucking angry. Holy shit, he's mad. Like, look at the things around him. Great. No. So, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, I've already decided what I'm gonna do with him. We're taking him out of this spot. Because there's a lot less here, and this is it's much softer soil. I like the roots are great. Like, they're good. They're still light, but like, it's still fluffy. None of that water was reaching to this plant. So we're gonna fix it. So we're gonna do that right here. Set them right down here. We're gonna mound it up. Yeah. Mound it up. But we are going to also go ahead and take off these distressed leaves. So all blue is going to be a little bald, but it's going to be okay. There are still blueberries on it, and there's still moisture through this plant. I'm going to give blue water, and I think blue will be just fine. Poor guy. He's so naked. Look at him. But I did keep all the good leaves on, because these berries, they're like, look at them. They are plump. Yes, I tasted one, and they are good. We're gonna keep an eye on this one, and we're gonna see what happens. Right, baby? We're gonna see what happens. Yes. That's right. Good. All right. So we took another trip to the garden center, and we're gonna work on this garden bed over here. I'm gonna show you what I got. We got some garden soil, 2 on each side. Okay. Got conditioner that I'm gonna spread all the way across. Just kind of take like a rake and just kind of rake it across. And then we're gonna do topsoil on each side. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the tomato plant and the cucumbers laid out. And then we're gonna go, I'm also gonna go ahead and put a citronella plant in between everything, just to deter pests. So I went ahead and got citronella there. I'm gonna put a citronella plant right here. And I'm also gonna put citronella right over here to help with all of these guys. And that'll also be like, I don't know, just kind of help the marigolds out a little bit. And mosquitoes, man. They'll help mosquitoes. Mosquitoes suck. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that down. Yeah, watch me do it. So we did get these cucumbers in the ground. We're gonna work on that tomato. So I got 4 cucumber vines in the ground, right? So now I have an extra pot that I can work with. So got 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna get the beans here, but let's get this tomato over there and get that situated. I got a lot done on that bed. Pretty much what I need to get done today is done. So we got the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the beans, and the citronella laid out. My layout plan changed a little bit while I was putting things into the ground, only because my plans changed and I was able to come up with a trellis plan. Instead of having to purchase one, I used the old mini greenhouse that I had that lost its tarp during really bad winds. So this is what I did. I found chicken wire, and I secured it with zip ties in 4 different spots on this side, 2 in the middle, 4 different spots on this side. So it's actually like really, really snug. And I'm gonna find, I have a couple U-hooks. I'm gonna put 2 U-hooks over here, 2 U-hooks over there, 2 over there, and 2 over there. So this will keep this snug in the ground and it won't move. And then over here, we got our beefsteak tomatoes. So these should be able to flourish now that we have really, really good soil and it's out of this bucket and trapped. And then I'll put more varieties of tomatoes here, okay? And we have our beans. These beans should be able to grow right over this and be able to drop those beans into these fence holes. And we have our citronella here as kind of like a guard of the plants. And then we'll be getting the leafy greens over here starting next week for the second round of rehab. So I decided to reverse course on a couple things. The area, the half moon area that had the aloe seemed to be kind of rejecting that area too. So what my guess is that I didn't work that ground well enough and till it well enough. So I went ahead and I put the aloe back into the pot. I moved 3 of the flowers into the corner over here, which will be fine. I can just go ahead and keep them there. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and move this jalapeno. Since I'm making a pepper station, I'm just gonna move the jalapeno over here. I'm gonna have like a little bin and it's just gonna be all different varieties of peppers. Whether they're bell peppers or hot peppers of different varieties, different Scovilles. So yeah, that is what I am going to do. So for now, we'll put a pause on that section until I can get this area cleaned up. No talk rock there. And I'm gonna rework that whole area, get things replanted and stuff like that. But for now, I'm gonna leave this alone. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed that. Who knows what's going to happen next week? Gardening is very spontaneous. We might have some new fruit. We might have a dead plant, but we'll definitely have some progress for sure, no matter what. So I will see you next week. And if you missed today's episode, you can catch it on YouTube at the same handle, Damage the Ott, on Mondays every week if you missed it on Sunday. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get those updates when that happens. So, stay cozy, stay comfy, and I'll catch you on the other side. Bye.